Welcome back to another dreadful side quest where we dive into some of the world's funniest and strangest topics and or stories. My name is Vlad, and today we're going to be talking about some of the nastiest things people have found in their meals at restaurants. Okay, right from the top, I want to apologize. I know I promised a video last Sunday. However, a lot of really bad things have been happening in my life. I have been in and out of the doctor's office and the ER the last few weeks because I have like chronic anxiety or something now. That's right, I joined the club. But it's been a whole mess. It's been terrible. Most days I feel like I couldn't even get out of bed without having a full-on panic attack for literally no reason. I have no idea why. I've just been so unbelievably anxious. My blood pressure's been like 140 over 100. My heartbeat has been like 120 beats per minute constantly, and the doctor was like, well shit, you might be dying or something. And now I have to get a heart scan, so that's also a great thing, but why not keep making videos in the meantime before I meet my untimely demise? I'm just kidding, I'm probably not gonna die. Point is, it's been terrible, but at the same time, it kind of inspired me to make this video. So I went out to eat with my dad one day at some barbecue place, and all of a sudden, I feel something really stringy in between my teeth. It was like screwing around with my tongue. It was making it all tingly and shit. So I reach into my mouth and I pull out the biggest, fattest fucking black hair I've ever seen. And I said, the hell with it. I'm hungry. I'm gonna finish my barbecue and pretend that didn't happen. Let's hope I don't have like AIDS or something, even though I don't think that's how you get AIDS. But sometimes you just want to go sit down at a restaurant. You want to have a nice meal with your friends or family, and sometimes you put something in your mouth that wasn't supposed to be there that can ruin the entire experience and possibly your entire life. So I'm gonna start us off strong with the very first one. Frog in a bag of frozen vegetables. That's not very vegan, is it? No, it's not very vegan. In 2010, the Hoffman family of Grand Ledge, Michigan got a surprise when they opened up a bag of frozen vegetables and discovered a stowaway amphibian that was frozen solid within the bag. The Hoffmans contacted the FDA, which didn't respond. Shit, that's that's irresponsible. The fucking FDA didn't respond to your complaint about a fucking frog in your bag of veggies? You see, okay, here's the thing. You never know what you're eating, do you? I read this online multiple times. I've also heard it from people multiple times. Apparently, on average, we eat, I think it was like 8 to 15 spiders a year in our food because of all the crap that gets mixed in within all of our foods that we buy at the store. And there's little bits and pieces and shit of spiders and bugs and stuff in our food. So we be eating all that nasty shit and you don't even know about it. But the fact that the FDA did not even lift a finger is wild to me. They turned to a local newspaper journalist who called the Meijer supermarket chain. I think I pronounced that right, Meijer. It promptly recalled its frozen mixed veggies. Yup, good call. You know, sometimes if the big guys don't want to get involved, you gotta go to the source itself to fix all your problems, including frogs in your salad. Another side thought, I'm sorry, I keep going off. I've always wanted to try frog legs, actually. Scratch that. I had a pet frog at one point not long ago. He died, I was very upset. I feel like I would be eating my pet if I ate frog legs. But if you've had frog legs, let me know how they taste. I'm curious. I've heard they're gamey. I've heard they're gross. Other people are like, it's the best thing ever. It's a delicacy. So I don't know what to think. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. Next we have condom in a Big Mac. In 1999, McDonald's was bursting at the seams with revenue. Big Macs were all the rage until customer William Smith discovered a condom between the buns of his Big Mac. Oh shit. Was it used or was it not used? Am I asking too many questions already? I don't know, let's keep going. And the manager on duty gave him 2 coupons for the inconvenience. No. No, because I made a joke about AIDS before. Yeah, that just got a whole lot more realistic, didn't it? Shit. And 2 coupons, like, oh, I'm sorry, you have to go through extensive treatments now. Here's 2 coupons. Instead of having your 1 Big Mac with the condom in it, you can get 2 Big Macs with no condoms in it. Ain't that a deal? Nah, you better be kissing my ass if I find a condom inside of my burger. This didn't stop William from filing a lawsuit in which he claimed to have suffered physical and emotional illness. That's not funny. I'm sorry I laughed. It's just, It's ridiculous, you know? It's ridiculous. It's the whole situation that's making me laugh, not his mental distress. Turns out a former employee and resident noted that a condom shop was in the same mini mall as the McDonald's. The Morning Call newspaper later reported that his lawsuit was dismissed. Okay, the condom was not used. I hope it was not used. It sounds like it was just a little mishap, but shit, you should still have a lawsuit because, you know, there was a condom in your burger. You gotta teach people to be more careful. You feel me? Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, but this next one has to do with another condom and some more food coming from McDonald's. Some people be getting down and dirty at McDonald's, you know? And it's not just there, people like will do it in like all sorts of random places. I used to work in a movie theater. This was not long ago. This was about a year ago actually. And people will actually full on fuck inside of the auditoriums because there's no cameras inside of auditoriums at movie theaters because of privacy and copyright reasons and stuff like that. And yeah, once I walked in on this couple making out, that guy was reaching right down there and I said, Another time I was cleaning up an auditorium with one of my friends. We walked into Kung Fu Panda 4 and there was a guy and his girlfriend, grown-ups mind you, and he was zipping up his pants and they looked at us and they kind of like giggled and then they left as fast as they could and I was like, oh, hell no. Hell no, I have to clean those seats. I'm gonna give myself a brain aneurysm if I keep getting all worked up about this. But let's read about the condom in some French fries. The story above is not the only item on this list in which McDonald's food is mentioned. In fact, it's not even the only item in which McDonald's food or a condom is mentioned together. In 2009, a 7-year-old Swiss girl allegedly found a condom amongst her McDonald's fries. Shockingly, local cops determined it to be a health risk. Wait, shockingly? Wait, what? Why is that shocking? Okay, why is that shocking? Yeah, it's shocking you found a condom inside. It ain't shocking, it's a health hazard or whatever the hell. This actually made me think of a new video idea. What if I just went in and I just interviewed a bunch of like fast food workers on the dirtiest secrets and stuff? My friend who worked at a KFC, he told me that the ice buckets where they would fill up your cups with ice and stuff was right next to the dirty water buckets where they would put all the excess liquids and stuff that they haven't used after unfinished drinks and stuff. And apparently there's been multiple occasions where the ice and that liquid has mixed and they've still put the ice inside of your drink. So you're basically drinking secondhand drinks from other people in a way. So that's just a little silly snippet of that. But I think that could be a fun video to make. Next up, we have a mouse and a loaf of bread. In 2009, Stephen Force of Oxfordshire, England, discovered a dead mouse baked into a loaf of bread he just bought from the store. The bakery needed a cat. No shit, the bakery don't need a cat, the bakery needs a health inspector. No! That's nasty. Mice spread so many diseases. Have you actually seen England? Have you seen the roads of England? How like rat infested they are and stuff like that? Sure, I'd love to go to England someday. I've never been, but my friends have been and they've said it's disgusting.
There are an awful lot of people in London. They don't want to see it. They want to see their streets cleaner. Perhaps we should look at bin collections again. There's more and more rubbish on the streets. None of us like that, I would suggest, and none of us want rats all around. So Sadiq is in charge of London. He needs to do an awareness campaign as well.
You know those mice be eating all those band-aids and condoms that they find on the side of the streets and now that's inside of your bread? Yeah, good luck, buddy. Good luck. We're going 3 for 3 with this next one because it has to do with McDonald's again. Thankfully, there's no condom involved this time, but it's a cockroach inside of a hash brown. There's not much more that's alarming than seeing roaches in a restaurant, except finding one in your food. And that's exactly what happened to Reddit user LinkBoyJT, who posted a picture of a half-eaten McDonald's hash brown with a roach inside it. Don't worry though, he says that he got a breakfast coupon for the same meal. Okay, what is it with like McDonald's and coupons and shit? Can you just like not refund me my meal or just give me free food, preferably without a roach inside of it? I don't want a coupon for 20% off. I want a full fucking refund. It's not rocket science. They're just cheapskates, you know? 4 for 4. This is McDonald's again. A chicken head was found inside of a Happy Meal. Yes, you heard me correctly. A chicken head.
Look at some of the stories we're working on tonight for 13 News at 6. New information on the fried chicken head discovered in an order of McDonald's chicken wings. What did the inspectors uncover during their sweep of the fast food chain?
I am yelling a lot because this is triggering me for some reason, and I have too much energy, and this is the only way I can get it out, apparently. According to ABC News, a woman in Virginia sued McDonald's for $100,000 after finding a chicken head in a box of wings in 2000. The year 2000. Good Lord, that is a lot of money. Like, I understand there was a chicken head inside of your food. $100,000? Like, I'm pretty sure people just eat chicken heads in other parts of the world. Is it that deep? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too generous here. She was bringing the chicken head to her mouth when her 8-year-old son screamed at her not to eat it. The manager offered 2 weeks of free meals, but understandably, she decided to hold out. How do you even get a chicken head into your food, into a McDonald's in general? There's people who are supposed to look through these things before shipping them out to the restaurant. God forbid you missed a chicken head somehow. I feel like that might stand out a little bit, but I mean, at the end of the day, here we are. And of course, this list wouldn't be complete without having a mouse and baked beans.
Number 19, mouse in baked beans.
In December of 2011, the British grocer Sainsbury was fined €8,000, about $12,000 in America, after a customer found a dead mouse in a can of store-brand beans. No one knows exactly how it got in, but since bean starch was found in its stomach during the investigation, clearly greed was its downfall. Okay, so a can of baked beans is not very big. It's maybe like this big. It probably looks bigger from where you're watching, but... And a mouse is like, on average, like that big. It had to be some lazy worker or something who saw the mouse's tail just floating around and shit inside of the beans and was like, I'm too tired, I don't get paid enough at the factory. This is some hard labor. Slaps on that can, ships it out, and now poor little Johnny or something has a mouthful of bacteria from this dead ass mouse, you know? That's my theory. How do you miss that? Like, how do you realistically miss that? Now, next up, I want to talk about sharp things being found inside of food. It's not exactly what you'd want to find, especially on nights like Halloween, where people have allegedly found blades and small shards of glass and stuff inside of their candy bars. It's around the same home base here, but this one has to do with a knife found inside of a Subway sandwich. It's hard to imagine how a Subway employee could have accidentally baked a 6-inch serrated knife into a loaf of bread. Nevertheless, in 2008, New Yorker John Isginsme started snacking on a Subway sandwich and found a knife between his teeth. Luckily, he bit into the melted handle and not the blade. There ain't nothing lucky about that. Not one damn thing. Gothamist reported that Isginsme accepted the settlement of $20,000 and was eventually settled, and he was able to move on with his life happily. Okay, $20,000 for finding a knife inside of your sandwich. That's a pretty good deal, I think. I don't know why I'm bargaining or something with finding shit inside of your food that shouldn't be there, so I'm just gonna cut my losses here, okay? And of course, the one that follows that last one is another sharp object that was found inside of some ice cream. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, and I'd be screaming for all the wrong reasons if, like Stephanie Granger, I'd found a razor blade in a pint of frozen dessert. Okay. Yeah, I need to work on these scripts because that was pretty morbid. I'm not gonna lie, shit. I needed to find a new writer for this YouTube channel. The incident took place in Kilgore, Texas in 2011. According to CBS News, a representative from Walmart where the ice cream had been purchased told Stephanie, "I'm sorry, I hope your days get better."
I got to the bottom and there's normally a chocolate layer here. So I went to get a spoonful of it and I bit into it, and then something sharp cut the inside of my lip. I think it was just one of those random accidents that happen. When you make that much of a product and that many products, you're bound to have a machine break.
January the 9th of 2012.
I don't think "I'm sorry, I hope your day gets better" is an appropriate response to "I found a razor blade in my ice cream."
I'd be taking that blade and I'd be shoving it straight up your ass. Now, we've talked about sharp things being found inside of foods. Now, sometimes those sharp things can hurt us, and we can sometimes end up accidentally getting our bodily fluids and even body parts inside of some food that we are trying to make for a customer, apparently. The next one we're gonna talk about is a severed finger found inside of some frozen yogurt. In 2005, North Carolina resident Clarence Stowers was tucking into a container of Cold's frozen custard when he encountered a severed finger. Officials said that the digit had recently been attached to a worker injured in a food processing machine accident. USA Today reported that Stowers put the finger in his mouth thinking it was a piece of candy. Yeah, we're gonna continue with the condom shenanigans, because after that we, like, right off the bat have a condom in clam chowder. In 2002, a woman in Irvine, California was enjoying a bowl of restaurant clam chowder when she bit down onto something rubbery. For a moment, she thought it was calamari. When she spat out the offending morsel, she discovered something that didn't excite her pleasure: a condom. Thank God none of these were used condoms. Okay, this is gonna sound kind of fucked. I was kind of hoping one of these would be a used condom just so I could laugh. That sounds so terrible to say. But how absurd would that be? I mean, as if what we've already gone through, it wasn't absurd, but you know, I'm trying to give y'all a bang for your buck here. If you're sitting here watching this video, y'all want to hear some crazy shit, I'm sure. And last but not least, we have the title of 2 swirls, 1 cup. If you know what that's parodying, I'm so sorry. I really am. In 2008, Australian government food minister Ian MacDonald confirmed that frozen fecal matter had been found in chocolate gelato offered to patrons of a Sydney pub after they complained about the noisy level. Shit. Literally, I mean shit. Like, these people found shit inside of their gelato out of spite because they were being too loud. People these days just, like, have no chill. They get, like, ticked off at the simplest things.
Fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole! Do you know what I mean? Birmingham is a fucking shithole! I hate the fucking place! I fucking hate it! It's full of dickheads! I fucking hate it!
Like, you could have been like, hey, shut the hell up for a minute, please, or I'm gonna put shit inside of your gelato, instead of just doing it. At least give them a warning, you know? As you might expect, customers Steve and Jessica White became violently ill after eating it. Yummy in my tummy. What the fuck? I don't even know anymore. But that's where I'm gonna wrap up the video, you guys. I know it was a shorter video. Again, I'm still not feeling that great, so I'm trying to focus on myself before I can focus on anything else. However, I am feeling much better, so I will continue to push out videos weekly. Maybe they might be shorter, maybe they won't be. It all depends on how I'm feeling, but I promise you we have a lot of other fucked up videos coming, like, to you soon. But as always, I hope you guys learned a lot today. I hope you learned that if you are mad at somebody, don't be putting nasty shit in their food. Always look at your food that you're eating when you go to restaurants, because sure, while it's not very common to happen to everybody, it's still very possible that it could happen to you, and why would you want to take that chance? Like I mentioned at the beginning, I found a big fat black hairy hair, what the fuck, in my food, in my barbecue, and I kept going at it like an idiot, but that doesn't mean you have to do the same thing. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as usual, I will see you guys in the next video.